coffee's pouring strong. Talking Tigers all morning long. Saints exceed headlines on the screen. Breaking it down with a little caffeine. Grab your mug, come on in. Let's wake this day and let it begin. It's morning scone. Everybody on. Coffee's hot and the news is strong. Purple, gold, black and gold. Stories waiting to be told from Baton Rouge to New Orleans. Talking sports and everything between. Wake up, smile, let's get it on. Start your day with morning scone. It's morning scone. Everybody on. Coffee's hot and the news is strong. Purple, gold, black and gold. Stories waiting to be told from Baton Rouge to New Orleans. Talking sports and everything between. Wake up, smile, let's get it on. Start your day with morning scone. Where the coffee's hot, the takes are hotter.
Okay, what's up, everybody? Good morning. There we go. I was like, where's my overlay? What's up, everybody? Good morning. Welcome to a Friday edition of Morning Scone presented by Brock, the Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic. Parish Construction and Roofing. If you need an orthopedic, go to Brock. You need a roof. You are the winner of the best roofing company, the best of Baton Rouge, Parish Construction and Roofing. Unique physique, unique aesthetics and wellness, restored motions, restoredmotions.com. Bocock Brothers Premium Cigars. Code MAT15, MAT15, MAT15 for 15% off your order. And FMOL Health, Our Lady of the Lake Championship Health Partner of LSU Athletics. Okay, good morning, y'all. What a day. You know, on Wednesday, whenever the SEC passed their rule, on Wednesday when the SEC passed their rule banning, it sounds so weird to say it, but banning former pros from playing in college, and the threat of penalties and all that stuff, my first reaction, put it on Twitter and everything, my first reaction was, well, these players, that's a big misconception. People keep thinking that LSU's not suing anybody. These players are the plaintiffs in the lawsuit. And so the players can push it as far as they want. And my first reaction was, if the players are willing to sue the NCAA, I bet they're willing. I wonder if they're willing to sue the SEC as well. And you got your answer yesterday. So attorney Tony Clayton was on AFR, played a few clips on that from that interview on Locked with LSU. He's the local counsel representing those 33 athletes, including the 16 football players. And yesterday he amended the TRO to include the SEC and Greg Sankey. So I spoke to Tony Clayton in the morning, and it was his belief that the original TRO against the NCAA enjoined the SEC. But even still, and I had some attorneys disagree. They did not think that it enjoined the SEC. And so they filed the amended TRO. Attorneys in Texas did the same thing. Attorneys in Kentucky did the same thing. So remember, there's 18 of these cases around the country involving some 200 athletes. It's just that LSU and Lane Kiffin are the most prominent and high profile. But I think you're going to see more and more of this. And I'll tell you, it was the LSU leadership's contention in those meetings with the conference that that this would happen, that they were being far too short-sighted in rushing to punish, and that these players were going to take legal action and likely have a chance of winning. And now you're seeing that play out. So if you missed it, to boil it down, basically now all these players are not only suing the NCAA, they're suing the SEC and Greg Sankey. The case that was to be heard Monday has been delayed to Thursday. So on Thursday, if the players win their preliminary injunction, then they are eligible. And LSU's going to play them. Okay. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. Facebook, like the page, share the post. Podcast, subscribe to your favorite podcast app, rate us, leave a review. Thanks. Let's say some good mornings. Drew has cardiology this morning, so we have to run over to Covington. We'll do about 30 minutes here, and then I got to get him up and dressed. And Eric and Drew and I are going to drive over to Covington this morning for Drew's cardiology appointment. So would appreciate some prayers. Hope that all goes well. And I know I've shared with you before, and I don't keep much from y'all, but I mean, heck, y'all watched Drew grow up here, but we've been having a lot of struggles with his feeding tube. It's been leaking profusely, so it's been really hard for him to get nutrition. We're not sure what medicines he's getting because he gets everything through his G tube. So he's lost weight. We have to change his clothes 7-8 times a day because he just keeps leaking profusely out of that button. So we're trying everything, and the last gasp is we end up having surgery to close that hole and move the G tube, to a different spot on his stomach. But hoping to avoid that, and we got a plan, so we're working through some things. But we'd appreciate your good thoughts, vibes, and certainly your prayers. Okay, let's say some good mornings here. Hey, Club, good morning. Tiger Poppy, good morning. Sean, good morning. Sat through a lunch yesterday with a bunch of Ole Miss cardiologists, quoting you while mispronouncing your name. You definitely have a following in Oxford. There's no doubt. And I'm very grateful. I mean, I know there's a lot of Ole Miss people that found my show during the whole Kiffin thing, and whether they want to admit it or not, they stayed because I was right. Like I had very strong reporting during that thing, and I was right. So it is interesting because I've been around a long time, but the whole Kiffin hiring saga really elevated my awareness in markets outside of Baton Rouge, more so than anything else I've done in my career. And so I'm grateful for it. I'm grateful for everybody who listens. Hey, Mike, good morning. Is it just me? I'm ready for Clemson weekend. Tired of all talk about eligibility and lawsuits. It's definitely not just you. I mean, I would much rather be talking about third down defense and Blake Baker's defense against Christopher Vezina, and that defensive lineman at Clemson that got arrested and suspended. Apparently he's sorted through his legal issues, and is he going to be playing? What impact that may have in the LSU running game, or receivers may pop. Like, I'm very much looking forward to all that. That's what normally we would be doing here. Week 0 starts tomorrow. Got football, but I mean, you got players suing Greg Sankey and the SEC to try to get eligible for LSU. I'm going to talk about that. SPC, AFR was rolling yesterday. Lots of good interviews, solid information. Thank you. Appreciate it. Appreciate the guests for taking their time, too. Hey, Jordan, good morning. Our afternoon from Barcelona. Really worried that we will do all this for these players, and the CFB committee will not choose LSU out of spite. No, that's not going to happen. And if they need to, they would just go and join the CFP in the lawsuit. That's just the path they would take. Hey, Bradley, good morning. Want to know if LSU players if LSU plays these players, can the SEC penalize University spin that coach? Not if they win the lawsuit. That's the whole point of this. So I know this is hard. I keep using this example because it's a high-profile example, one everybody understands. So Trinidad Chambliss. The NCAA ruled Trinidad Chambliss ineligible. He appealed. He lost. Appealed again, lost. Lost on every appeal. So he went to court. and it went to a state court with a state judge in Mississippi and won. And guess who's going to play football this year? Trinidad Chambliss. A state court ruling will overrule NCAA or SEC rule. So just like with Diego Pavia and every other one of these eligibility cases, if the players win in court next Thursday, they're going to play. And then the next question people keep asking is, well, then what if later they're ineligible and can they go back and punish? No, because what as I've learned, the attorneys write into these lawsuits the restitution rule. So you cannot retroactively punish the student athletes for playing them because they were eligible while they played. Hey, Tiger Diver. So kind seems like of the TRO is upheld on Monday. There doesn't seem to be a lot to stop the SC. Yes, but it's not Monday. Remember, it's not Monday now. They moved. That's something Tony Clayton told me on my show yesterday. It's Thursday. They moved that hearing to Thursday. Since they joined the SEC, this is an opportunity, remember, for the TRO is only the plaintiffs, right? The attorney for the plaintiffs goes to the judge. We would like a temporary restraining order. We feel we have a case. And judge signs it, boom, good for 10 days. Now, the defendant gets to come for like what Tony Clayton describes like a mini trial for the injunctive hearing. What was going to be on Monday, but now it'll be Thursday. So that's going to be the NCAA, the SEC, and Greg Sankey. Like all the defendants now get to tell their side in the injunctive hearing. Hey, Nathan, good morning. What's the plan if they get some short-term court victories, only have it overturned in the SEC? So remember, this isn't a federal court. This is in state court. And so, again, like we've gone through the process, but the process is you would get they've got the temporary restraining order. On Thursday is when they'll have the preliminary injunctive hearing. If the players win that preliminary injunctive hearing, the next step is the permanent injunction, but that could take months before that ever gets to court. So it's very likely that wouldn't happen until after the season. So it wouldn't matter. Season would be over. Players would have played under the preliminary injunction. Hey, Brad, good morning. Since football's back, I know I shouldn't complain, but it's embarrassing how many rental wins are on the week 1 college football schedule. Brad's why when I become the commissioner of college football, the grand poobah, we will do away with body bag games. No one will ever play them again. And we're breaking away. College football is just the top 45, 50 teams, whatever it is, programs, and they're only going to play each other. And we'll never have to watch garbage games again. Hey, Bailey, I'm excited about Kiffin, but the noise is annoying. Comes with the territory, I guess. Yes. I hope they're ready for the season. Yes, you know what you get when you hire Lane Kiffin. I mean, that's just a fact. I mean, this is him. This is what you're going to deal with. Whether you're right or wrong, in the instance, people have certain opinions about Lane Kiffin, and they're going to hold those opinions hard and fast. And so my suggestion would be just ignore other people and try to go win football games. Hey, Brian, good morning. The ruling from the judge have a positive effect on our situation? Well, there hasn't been a ruling from the judge yet. But yes, so the players were suing the NCAA. They've now enjoined the SEC and Greg Sankey in that lawsuit. So basically, NCAA, SEC, if any of them try to say that these players can't play, a court of law is saying yes, they can. And the court order is what will hold up. Hey, Adam, good morning. Have a fabulous day. Thank you, man. Let's see picks for tomorrow's game. TCU, NC State. NC State over UVA, huh? Okay. Hey, Brian. All along I agreed RJ Lewis shouldn't be eligible, and maybe I still do, but Tony Clayton made a valid point yesterday. Yeah, having him on yesterday was not there for me to debate him. And he is the attorney representing RJ Lewis as well. And I disagree with him. I do not think RJ Lewis should be eligible. He left with eligibility remaining and signed a two-way contract. I know their argument all along was that he never played a game and he stayed enrolled in school and all that sort of stuff. I don't care. Like, the rule is, if you sign a contract in the NBA, even a two-way deal, you're ineligible. And he did. And you say, what's the difference between that and the football guys? It's not just football, it's all sports. But what we're talking about for our purposes here with the other Louisiana lawsuit, the difference is RJ Lewis still had eligibility. Like, after 3 years, he chose to leave college, go pro. He went undrafted. It didn't work out. And so now he's trying to come back. That's different than the 2022 class who are told you have no more eligibility. See ya. And then, oh, wait, you do have eligibility, but you can't come back because you went pro. And everyone's like, well, we went pro because you told us we didn't have eligibility. We would have stayed otherwise. Hey, Kelly, good morning. It seems like we are the most talked about brand in college sports. Not sure if it's the fan in me, we're always being mentioned. Verge was right. Well, someone sent me a clip of Mad Dog on ESPN saying, like, can I go one day without talking about LSU? Because you think about it, I mean, there's all the Kiffin stuff, the lawsuits. There was Kim Mulkey, with the two players that Kate Koval, the Ukrainian player after she brought in the Russian player, left. Will Wade. I mean, yeah. Hey, Mighty Tall. Let's see. Texas A&M has a pro basketballer now. From my limited understanding, the language says they can't do anything about it. So, in a Dallas courtroom yesterday, a judge signed a TRO. Same thing as in Louisiana, but the judge signed the TRO and joining the SEC and Greg Sankey in that lawsuit as well. Happened in Kentucky too. Matt owes us 15 to 20 minutes of being late. We're taking Drew to cardiology today, so that's why I'm a little late. So we'll go to 7:30 today, and then I gotta go get him ready. Hey, Jacob, good morning. Bubba, good morning. Alex, good morning. As an everyday listener for the last couple of years, it's so different on Locked on LSU from the Kelly era, where you had so much camp access and reports from each and every drill. Yeah. This year you learn the players as we go type season. Clemson tickets in hand, love it. Yeah. And thank you for listening. It's just I've just had to go about it a different way. This is kind of how it was during the Miles era, where we just had really limited to no access. The big difference for me personally is I'm at a point in my career where I've been around long enough, have created enough relationships, and have established credibility in relationships with a lot of people to where I get so much more information now. Miles was fired 10 years ago. Over the last day, it's hard to believe, but just 2016 when he was fired. So it's been 10 years. I've just been around the program so long now that, be it people at the university level, at the athletic level, coaches, staff members, I've worked with so many of these people for so many years that there's a lot of people that I can rely on for information. It's how I was able to get your practice report from the scrimmage. I didn't go, but I talked to, I think it ended up being like 9 people, because I talked to a few more the next day who were there. So. But thank you for listening. Hey, Thomas, good morning. Hey, Matt, got 3 words for you. Good to go. Take the shot morning. Can Lane get suspended if he lets kids play? Not if they win in court on Thursday. Falcon, good morning. Matt, Eric, and drove last weekend. Thank you, man. Morning, Matt from Fairhope, Alabama. Okay, Michael, good morning. Hey, Brian from Pendleton, Oregon. Woke up at 4:45 to catch it. That's my dude. Good morning, Brian. Hey, Chris, good morning. Great interview with the Louisiana Business Industry Show. Oh, thank you. Yeah, so we recorded it last week. So was on with Gordy Rush and Tim Johnson. They do a podcast called the Louisiana Business and Industry Show. If you want, let me see if I can grab that link for you. I'll drop it in the comments if anyone's interested. I did share it on Twitter and Facebook last night. It's a different kind of conversation. We had just about sort of the business of sports and media and stuff like that, if you're interested. And I like those kinds of convos. So I'll just post the link if you're interested. Hey, Charles, good morning. Brian, good morning. Matt from Pensacola. Curious, do you think all this stuff is... Just curious, do you think all this stuff going on right now, we're going to have to worry about getting short-ended on calls during games? No, man. I don't think when an official is sprinting 30 yards down the field and trying to decide in a split-second pass interference, they're thinking in their head, oh, well, remember that TRO thing? Well, this is Lane Kiffin. I'm going to swallow the whistle and not throw the flag. No, I don't. Hello from North Carolina. All right. Devin, good morning. Luke, I understand wanting the players. I would rather the team and coaches be more focused on Clemson and the guys' actual needle movers. So what I would say so two things. I would say to the second part, if they're going after these players, clearly they think they're impactful. And I do think Daquan, I was told from the beginning, Daquan Wright was really the prize because they don't have a prototype tight end. I love Trey-Dez, but Trey-Dez is a receiver. He's not a tight end. So you add Daquan Wright, who's 6'4", 255, who can step into the offense right now and function because he was in it the last 2 years. He is a difference maker. I've spent all camp telling you how worried I am about the defensive line, where we've got 2 true freshman defensive tackles who might start. And now you're talking about adding a guy that's 6'8", 330, who played 4 years at Ole Miss in the SEC, has played in 52 games. That makes you better. Junior Tuhalamaka, Jack Pyburn. I know John Blau reported yesterday, but it's the same thing we told you a week ago, is that if Jack Pyburn doesn't make the 53, he's not going to sign a practice squad deal, and he'll be in Baton Rouge. I would assume this weekend. The Bucks play tonight, and teams have 24 hours from their last preseason game to cut their roster from 90 to 53. And so if Jack doesn't make the 53, I think he'll be in Baton Rouge tomorrow. Been saying that for a week now. Hey, Brant, I'm so over all this. Good morning. Have a blessed day. Appreciate your hard work. Oh, wait, the other thing that someone asked just a moment ago was about the distraction. So I mean this sincerely. When Nick Saban was the coach at LSU, they used to joke. They called the football offices the Green Mile. It's like once you game, you never left. It's one of the reasons Pete Jenkins retired after the 0-1 season when he was on Nick's staff. Coach Pete told me, he's like, I was eating every meal out of a styrofoam box. I mean, I didn't want to die in the coach's office because of how hard they were working, how many hours. They just never left. They were so insulated and isolated from it all. And Lane is very similar. With just the amount of hours these guys are working, I genuinely don't think. Listen, there are the player personnel people are the ones who are working so hard to look at what players might be available and all that sort of stuff. But like the coaches and the players, I mean, maybe they read stuff on Twitter, but like they're not deep into this. Trust me, they're not deep into this. Matt, at MSY waiting for flight to Austin, surprised my dad for his 80th birthday on Tuesday, which was Tuesday. Haven't seen him since Christmas, driving back Sunday. I love that. That's awesome, Matt. See, man, that's the good stuff in life. You get one life, man. So go live your one life and make memories. Happy birthday to your dad, man. Have a safe trip. Hey, Michael, good morning. Jack, Leon, good morning. Rocky, great interview with the player's attorney. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Hey, Corey, good morning. Booty to the Sip, good morning. Gary, do you think the NFL players that you won on the team will be able to play after the smoke clear? LSU's made it pretty clear they're going to follow the court order. So if on Thursday these players are eligible, yes, they will play.
Parish Construction and Roofing. At Parish, we've got you covered. From the top of your roof, all the way down. Parish Construction and Roofing. Parish Built. Parish Built. Parish Built. From your hometown. ParishBuilt.com.
Brian, calling these guys professional athletes is like calling a guy who quit basic training a veteran. It's a good analogy. It's a good analogy. I do understand how jarring it is for people to see a graphic where there's like Brown's arrow commits to LSU. It's jarring. It's the optics of it. It's not the practicality. It's the optics of it. But generally, I agree. Like, you can't, if you sign a pro deal, you're ineligible. It's what I've said all along. Like, this is a gray area, and I was in favor of a blanket waiver for the 2022 class, and it wouldn't affect anybody else. It's such a small subset of this one class, and the NCAA could have avoided all this by granting them a blanket waiver. And instead, they did this, and look at what's happened. Craig, good morning. Truax, what up, man? Hey, Ron, good morning. Steven, who's funding these lawyers? All the players got a lot of NIL money now, bro. Scott, good morning. Did you see the new Dr. Pepper Vansville commercial? I did. 15 seconds well used with Lane Kiffin. An illegal lane change. You can't keep doing this. It's really good. Jonathan, good morning. Although my personal opinion is that pro athletes should not be able to return to college. College football is not the same college football we've always known. Jonathan, I agree with you. And I think everyone agrees with you that pro athletes shouldn't be able to return. I think everyone universally agrees with that. No one thinks it's a good idea for pros to come back. There are also gray areas in the world, and this is one very strange outlier. Like, I think we'd all agree, like, players shouldn't have 7 years of collegiate eligibility, but that happened for some guys because of COVID, where you had your redshirt year, some had a medical, and then they had their COVID year, and so they ended up playing like 7 seasons. I mean, one of them is quarterback of the Saints right now. Taro, good morning. Michael, Jeffrey, I'll be glad when the season starts and the nonsense goes away. Keith, good morning. Rooney, will these players play against Clemson? If they win in court on Thursday, yes. Hey, Thad, good morning. Craig, why didn't they make the new rules and put them in effect for next sports season? The waiver was just for this season, correct? Well, there is no waiver. That's the problem. The NCAA could have signed a blanket waiver and didn't. And remember, like, and if you're at, yes, so like, the 5 for 5 goes into effect starting with the 2027 class. So the only people affected were the 2022s that left after 4 years. They're the only one, because, like, Keith, thank you, Keith, because think of it this way. So this is the best way to say it, right? So Whit Weeks was a 2023 signee. Okay. Well, Whit Weeks now has a 5th year next year if he wants it, because of the new 5 for 5. So Whit Weeks can stay and play another season at LSU if he wants. He could play a 5th year. I don't think he will. Ty Benefield, same thing. He could play a 5th year next year if he wants. So again, like, the only people that were negatively affected by that ruling were because if you were 2022 guy who redshirted, you're still on campus. And so you get to play your 5th year. The only ones that were negatively affected were the 22 guys who left after 4 seasons. Thank you, Adam. I appreciate it. Hey, Jim. Oh, thank y'all. Appreciate it very much. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yep. If you missed it, we're going to cardiology here this morning. So I love it. Thank y'all so much for all the good words and the vibes and the prayers for Drew. Appreciate y'all. Thank you, man. Thanks to everybody. Very kind. Let's see. What up, G? Sorry if you addressed this. I heard someone say that the SEC can still punish the coaches. Again, we have addressed it. I feel like I've answered that one a bunch, but it's okay. That's why yesterday the attorney enjoined the SEC and Greg Sankey in the lawsuit. So the lawsuit was against the NCAA. and the SEC and all the conference base said, I don't care if you sue the NCAA, our rules say you can't play. And so now these players, attorneys went to state court and were like, okay, fine, now we're suing you too. So it's the SEC, Greg Sankey, and the NCAA are all enjoined in that lawsuit now. So as to say, I don't care what the new SEC rule is. If they win in a court of law, it overrides NCAA and SEC rule. So if they win in court, they get their preliminary injunction on Thursday, they're eligible. Cody, good morning. I'll be glad once this is over and hopefully won't dominate discourse as much. Well wishes, Drew. Thank you, man. Hey, Leslie, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Jody, good morning. USCJ. Oh, thank you so much. Appreciate it very much. See, it's real life stuff, man. I mean, overwhelmingly, most people get it. Like, football's fun and we cheer for our teams, but real life stuff matters way, way more. So thank y'all. How many more lawsuits will LSU be causing today? I don't think any today. Tiger Poppy, good morning. SEC penalizing schools, not players. Does that matter? I don't know what you mean. If the SEC deems a player ineligible and the school plays him, then they would penalize the school. Thank you, Charles. Appreciate it. Hey, Patrick. Good morning. Chandler, best hotel to stay in NOLA. I've done Ritz and Intercontinental both before. Man, go to the Four Seasons. We love Four Seasons is gorgeous. Chandelier bar is great. Good restaurants inside the Four Seasons as well. I mean, obviously it's the Four Seasons, but yeah, go try or the Windsor Court. Try Four Seasons or Windsor Court. But then again, then you've got like old New Orleans luxury like the Montleone or the Roosevelt. The Roosevelt during Christmas is like a must if you've never been. That's where hey, good morning, Jake. That's where everybody takes their pictures with the beautiful lights and the trees and the all right. Okay. Interesting times living regarding college football. True. Can we just play football? I'm ready for it. Fred, LSU fans, without wearing the purple and gold glasses, do you think this is a good look for your team? I see. The thing is, Fred, I don't care about optics. So you're probably asking the wrong person. My feeling all along has been that the NCAA, and I've said this from the beginning, it's not like this is a Johnny-come-lately thing. Like, my feeling all along is that the NCAA should have granted a blanket waiver for the class of 2022, and not just in football. It would have been for all 2022 athletes to get their fifth year. It would have been an easy thing, a one-time thing, just like they did with COVID because of an extenuating situation. They didn't do it despite being warned, and now look at what's happened. I mean, it's but I think, to your point, because it's Lane Kiffin, if it wasn't this, it would be something else. Because Lane is the lightning rod. I mean, as I've said, there's 18 cases involving almost 200 athletes currently. But all anyone's talking about is Lane Kiffin. Because it's Lane Kiffin. And so when you hire Lane Kiffin, that's what you sign up for. Like, for example, again, like, I am very much opposed to LSU playing RJ Lewis, who also got an injunction Monday in court. Like, I'm very much opposed to that. I do not think he should ever step foot on a basketball court at LSU. He is the poster child of what's wrong with the system. Like, Will Wade pursuing that is a problem. I mean, he, after 3 years, went pro. He, with eligibility, he chose to leave. Went undrafted, signed a two-way deal, didn't work out. Now he's trying to come back. I have a problem with that. A very real problem with that. The 2022 situation is a different situation. Good morning, everyone. I've seen certain talking heads comparing the legal saga with these players to the Sorsby situation. Yeah, I think the comps I've seen to that are specifically because it's a school in conflict with its conference. The difference is there was no gray with Sorsby. Like, he bet on his team. I mean, that you can't bet on your team. There is no gray. I mean, thank you, Tara. Appreciate it. Hey, John. Good morning. All right. St. James Hotel and Magazine. Hey, I would take John's advice too. Depends if you want to stay uptown or you want to stay in the quarter, downtown, CBD, whatever. Hey, Lance, good morning. Brian, do we continue to pursue Brewster? Yeah. So Jalen Brewster, number one player in the class for 22. He's going to, or 27, excuse me. 20. He's going to make his decision. Sounds like he's going to stick with Texas Tech. But I think they'll keep recruiting him until signing day. Hey, Judy, good morning. Feeling positive that Drew's great medical team will resolve his issues. Thank you, Judy. Appreciate that so much. Hey, David, good morning. Thomas, thank you so much. Appreciate it very much. Total of the new intermediate blaming LSU for everything. LSU is not the problem. Is the NCAA, SEC? Why don't you get it? What's wrong with these people? TJ, thank you so much. You know what? When people ask me about all these players, you're going to court.
Questions? Walker Parks, is he? Oh, he'd be all right. He'd be all right. He'd be good to go.
Dap. Okay. I got to go. Got to get Drew up. We're going to hit the road here soon. Thanks for hanging out. If I missed you, I apologize. Please smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, Facebook, like the page, share the post, podcast, subscribe on your favorite podcast app, rate us, leave a review. Locked on LSU's live. If you want to go check that out, strongly recommend it. And AFR 3. Y'all have an awesome day. We'll see you. Peace. I'm out of here.